We are live. Hey.
Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good, we the people and all the Millennial Gaze viewers? How y'all doing today? Happy Monday. It's your girl, May Money, and
I'm
Katie.
Keisha.
I'm Katie.
And Keisha and Katie. We out here today on this happy Monday. And we're here to discuss a few different fun topics with you today. So we're gonna go through a little bit of South Park episode 2. We're going to go through a little bit of some hypocrisy, a really fun video that we all really agreed on. We're going to talk about, the breaking news that we had in Washington, D.C. today. So we will be talking about that. And I will close my window. And we'll also be discussing some millennial burnout for our main segment. We have a whole bunch of clips and different perspectives and world kind of experiences from millennials, particularly in this country. And so that's going to be a very exciting topic to delve into. So please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, comment. We want to hear your thoughts, okay? And let's have a good time. Keisha, why don't you bring us into the first, the breaking news in Washington? And we'll start there just because we want to touch on that. I think it's important. I'm going to close my window here.
Give me a second.
So for those of you who don't know, Michael Cohen, this is a video of Michael Cohen. He used to work for the Trump administration. I'm not 100% sure what his job was, but I do know that
he was a lawyer of some sort.
He was what?
He was a lawyer of some sort.
He went to jail for a period of time because of the shit with Trump and was like literally in solitary and stuff until they finally got him out. So now he's out there now just speaking out against all this and calling out the bullshit, which is pretty awesome. But the video is gone, Keisha, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Of course, I had it working before the show, and now it's not. So
thanks, Elon.
Yeah, no, I see it. Just be patient with us, guys. Hey, Jazzy. Hey, Deanna. Good to see you. Happy Monday, everybody. And I forgot to mention the last thing that we'll be talking about. We're going to share our summer experiences. So in the chat, if you're hanging out with us, please, engage with us in the chat. We're just going to talk a little summer. I started the first day at school with the kids back again. So summer is officially over. And we wanted to let you guys get to know us a little bit better. Keisha, you need help? Oh, you got it.
I'm good. Yep. We're gonna get this working. All right, y'all ready? Let's do it.
Let's go.
Moments ago, Trump just had another press conference, but here, today's press conference announcing that he is placing the DC police under federal control. Now, first off, he had his clown car with him, including Pete Hegseth. Why he was there, don't know. Bondi, Cash Patel, and newbie to the group, Jeanine Pirro. Now, Trump announced that he is invoking Section 740. Play the clip.
And worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially...
This isn't a wedding ceremony, dude.
District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is?
No, neither do you.
Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we could pause it there. Like,
let's just pause it there because, first of all, that guy is. I hadn't watched this clip yet, but I did see a lot of this on Dawn's show this morning.
Yeah.
Painful, by the way. And then here we go. So one thing that I did learn about this whole situation that is highly illegal, but then also there's like a something probably did happen to Pam Bondi's face. They be fucking with their faces all the time.
I thought of that when I saw her. I was like, dude, did she age like 5 years in the last week?
Probably did.
Like-
Evil is exhausting, man. It messes with your skin. But so the thing that he's working under or trying to enact is only for like a real emergency situation. So the last time it was enacted to send out the National Guard was during the BLM movements back in 2020 under Trump.
No, I was gonna say,
Yeah, and so and obviously they weren't really enacted on January 6th, but nobody wants to talk about that. We don't need to bring that up because that didn't happen. That was a peaceful tourist event. And then so this is highly like illegal in a lot of ways, but the only kind of loophole that they have is that the emergency is so vast of what is considered an emergency. So he's just making up some shit as an emergency and then passing it off as that. So that's where the kind of gray area is and why he's kind of able to get away with this in Washington. But here we are.
I'm so sick of him making up all these fucking emergencies. Like, oh, this is happening in Los Angeles. Let's send the National Guard there. This is happening in DC. Let's send the National Guard out. Like, just because you wave your fingers doesn't mean that people should be snapping at your every whim. And I forget who I saw it on, but somebody was talking about, if DC was such a shithole, why did you throw a parade there?
Yeah. Right. I thought it was like the worst place ever.
It's a great point.
Yeah. I mean, everything is so ass backwards with these people. It's exhausting.
Yes, pitchforks. Like when I heard that I now pronounce you, I'm like, someone getting married? What is happening?
I know, yeah. And that whole speech was unhinged. The whole like even the other speakers, Pete Hegseth and Pam, they're all fucking deranged and evil. Okay. Like, and it was just so like none of it made any sense. Well, so anyway, that's what's going on in Washington. We just wanted to bring that up because that's just kind of the big news of the day, and we wanted to acknowledge it.
The people are not taking it. Like they're all out there in the streets.
They are actively
they're out in the streets. They're out in front of the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not obeying the curfew bullshit. Like they are out there being like, no, this is our city.
Jazzy 100%. Yeah, it was pretty like I couldn't understand the word.
Half of it, he talked for like 10 minutes about the National Guard. Then he went on at one point about trans athletes, and then he went on at one point
circular that he go through. I mean, whatever. All right, let's move on. Then let's get into some fun stuff. All right, Keisha. All right, we're gonna pull up the South Park clip that just will give the rundown of the episode. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with just kind of going over some of the reactions of the people that were called out in this South Park episode and why I'm enjoying this and why I think it's important to talk about. First of all, these are kind of the only people I've seen so far willing to go there with this administration and willing to just like put a mirror up to their face and don't hold back. And this is the type of art and they're, first of all, they're so clever. They still are doing fan service, and still kind of being their very much so authentic to themselves and their work. So that's great. And then it's also bringing in new people that have never been interested in watching South Park. And if you know anything about them, they do not hold back. They are very much so like a controversial, show, and they live and thrive off that. And so I'm all here for it because I've been waiting for somebody to just call it like it is.
Well, I think this episode went even harder than the first one.
In a lot of ways it did. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Do you got it queued up? Let's go, Keisha.
Yep, ready.
South Park continues its ruthless deconstruction of the MAGAverse with season 27, episode 2, Got a Nut. This time shifting its focus to the world of right-wing, quote, debate content and the spectacle of ICE raids. If the season premiere depicted a political environment where people's most sacred beliefs are reduced to ammunition for stoking tribal sentiments,
He doesn't even act like a Christian. Why is he pushing it on our kids?
then in their follow-up episode, Matt and Trey build on that idea, reflecting on how in a world shaped by the so-called first podcast election, stirring up outrage online isn't only good for forming a political base, it's also really good business.
So, as a kid, if you could do a podcast based on really good mindsets, then you could make your death.
Are political influencers actually advancing meaningful discussions, or are they just really skilled at framing information they can sell? Well, let's dive in and find out. But first, a quick recap of the episode. Kyle and Wendy are outraged by the regressive bile one of their classmates is spewing online. But to Cartman's shock and dismay, it's not him, it's Clyde. Clyde has essentially aped Cartman's brand, launching his own right-coded podcast and saying the most divisive things about minority groups he can think of to rack up those sweet, sweet views, and Cartman is pissed. When Mr. Mackey confronts Clyde about his motivations, Clyde just shrugs it off. He's got bills to pay, and being a provocateur is a great way to make your nut. Just then, Mr. Mackey is unceremoniously fired and scrambles to find a new income stream.
But what about my nut?
With no apparent opportunity to turn to, Mackey's financial advisor suggests a fast track to the six-figure class, join ICE, because they pay up front and they'll take anyone. So Mackey comes up and watches a nice orientation video starring none other than Homeland Security Director Kristi Noem, aka Ice Party, who takes a break from killing dogs to welcome this recruit. Meanwhile, Cartman becomes obsessed with reclaiming his throne as South Park's top right-wing troll. Determined to outdo Clyde's viral campus debate stunts, he spirals into a full-blown chronic debating problem, which he insists is productive and totally normal. Mackey embarks on a series of obscene ICE raids, including a sting at a Dora the Explorer event, and one
That was awful.
That was so bad.
Clyde wins an all-expenses-paid trip to a 5-star resort, much to Cartman's fury. Back at the bank, Mackey's advisor informs him that even though he's making more money, his nut has grown too. Fortunately, the president is impressed with Mackey's ICE performance and
My sound's gone.
Did audio go out for?
Yeah.
Okay. So give it a pause.
realization.
There we go.
Oh, it's back. It's back.
Your values only leads to misery. Mackey recommits himself to being a school counselor. Kristi Noem's face goes rogue. The end. Let's start with Clyde and Cartman.
Okay, you can stop it there.
Oh my god, I watched this episode twice because I was at my parents' house, and the first time I watched it, my mom was giving commentary, so I couldn't sit in the satire.
Put
And
it
then
on the big panel.
And then I watched it again with my husband, and oh my god, we were crying, laughing so hard. It's just the way that they just went at it was just top notch. I loved it.
Okay. So yeah, there were a few really very interesting things that happened here. First of all, we have the reactions, but okay. So I tried to look up how many dogs total in the episode did she shoot.
Well, we couldn't even count because at the end she was in the pet store just going crazy.
yeah, she was in the pet store going crazy. So yeah, she shot a dog in heaven. She shot a dog.
She shot Crypto.
She shot Crypto dog, the Superman dog. She kidnapped and deported Dora the Explorer and Diego and the entire audience. She shot a dog, a service dog in the audience.
Yeah, they did not hold back. You might want to cover your dog's ears, Keisha.
Yeah. It was crazy. And then the part where with the first face melting thing. And for anybody that doesn't know, that's kind of a callback to a long time ago episode when Michael Jackson his face melted off the same way. So yeah, that's pretty funny. So they're still doing that fan service, but yeah, her face would melt off and then it had a mind of its own. And she had a race car repair crew to fix her Botox up before she did her photo shoot. I mean, it's crazy.
And then the one point that literally made my husband go holy shit, was when they were going through Mar-a-Lago and Dora the Explorer was one of the masseuses.
Yeah.
And you just hear her go,
It's like, back.
I'm not laughing at Dora, but just
I know.
it's just,
So,
yeah,
so bold. Oh, God.
Keisha looks scarred.
I mean, first of all, I didn't need to see a cartoon Kristi Noem in the bathtub. That was horrifying.
And her face like slowly melts like every shot. Like it just gets like saggier, and then it just falls off.
Have you ever seen pictures of some of these MAGA women before they all got their face whatever?
They look normal.
like completely different.
Yeah. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, and they look hella like basic white too. Like, oh.
Now I'm noticing too that even a lot more of the guys in the administration are all getting them spray tans.
Yeah, I know.
It's like it really is a cult. They just all behave and look the same.
Yeah, it's weird. It's fucking weird. Okay, do we have the two little responses, or do you want me to just freestyle? Okay, yeah. So, Kristi, I can't see it. Can you want to read it for us, Keisha?
It says, I didn't get to see it. I was going over budget numbers and stuff. Noem said on the latest episode of the Glenn Beck program. I just think it never ends. Noem added that she thinks it's so lazy to constantly make fun of women for how they look, and that only the liberals and extremists do that to others. If they wanted to criticize my job, go ahead and do that, but clearly they can't, she said. They just pick something petty like that.
Clearly,
and then I like that she says neither Beck nor Noem mentioned Trump's body shaming of Rosie O'Donnell during the 2016 election, when during a debate he responded to conservative commentator Megyn Kelly bringing up his past comments that referred to women as fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals by clipping only Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, and then later in 2024, it looked like he was talking all sorts of crazy shit about Kamala, how she turned black. See, okay, first of all, can we just debunk this whole thing right here, Kristi? They definitely made fun of your job and criticized your job performance because you done shot about fucking 50 dogs in the entire episode total, okay? and you went and you raided heaven for immigrants. Yeah. Okay. So I'm and deported Dora the Explorer at her own live fucking show. So, and shot the dog in the audience. So like maybe you didn't watch the entire episode, but they was definitely clowning your face and your job performance, and they did a good job at it. So you dumb bitch, get on somewhere with that.
Like,
that's just don't say nothing next time. Sometimes just know when to shut the fuck up.
Well, like, don't these people realize that like politics is not about all of this like crazy Hollywood bullshit? Like, do you remember when we had other presidents were like, it's like, oh, who's the Department of Transportation? And we're all like, I don't know. Meanwhile, now it's like, oh, this real world star, this satire comedian, or whatever the hell. Like this, I miss when I didn't have to know these things.
For real. I wish when the days were sleepy with Sleepy Joe. I think we should all take a nap whenever Uncle Joe takes a nap. I would be way more down with that. Do we have JD Vance's stupid little clap back?
Oh God.
Okay, so we got welcome tomorrow. Oh, he said, oh, I think I've made it, or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I made it. I don't know if he must have just saw that little thing. And
he obviously did not watch
because right after that, Trump punts him. Like, get out of here.
And then at one point too, he's in the bedroom with Satan and Trump. and the guidance counselor, and he's like, "You want me to bring the baby oil, boss?" Like, ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, it really is like, you want me to bring them baby oil so I can rub it on your butthole? Like,
gross.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, they did not hold back.
I'm like, you must not have seen the episode, because you would not have been like, oh, well, I made it.
No,
You would
he-
have just watched like 5 seconds after that.
He was too busy prancing in the English countryside.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
we all
and then
talk.
breaking the dam so his boat could float on
Well,
the
we all talk about all of Trump's golf trips, but JD Vance has taken just as many
He's
trips.
doing that same shit.
Yeah, like he's going to Disney and like
skiing.
raising the river so they can kayak and some bullshit. Like, people are dying, kids are starving. You piece of shit.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
fuck him and his mama too. All right, let's move on. Okay, what's our next segment?
Do we still want to do the I've had it, ladies?
Maybe if we have time. I think we should move on, because
Oh, yeah.
we almost but let's skip that one and go
Just for now.
go straight into the burnout, because there's quite a few clips, and that's our main segment, so we should do that.
Jazzy, they're always on vacation because the job is so stressful.
For sure.
If you haven't yet, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We here at the Millennial Gaze are here every Monday, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, and we love the interaction going on in the comments. So like, subscribe, react, hit us up. We'd love to hear from you.
May, do you want to say anything about the burnout before we play the video?
Okay,
or
yeah. Let's go ahead. You can pull it up too, while I just spiel real quick. So this is the really why I started this show, or wanted to start this show, because everything that's going on, each generation and each age group and stuff has a different experience and perspective, grew up during different times and stuff. And so I wanted to kind of focus in on how the millennial and, some Gen Z and even Gen X, we have some cuspers here that we also, want to be a part of the crew here. But I feel like as a millennial, there's a lot of skipping over a little bit of abandonment here. And so we're gonna go through a few different clips of a few different people just saying their piece. Let me know if you need help with timestamps, Keisha. But let's just start with the first one. And let's have fun with this.
Because you've been strong for too long. Millennial burnout isn't just about being exhausted. It's about being exhausted and still expected to smile through it. We were raised to believe that hard work would pay off, that if we just pushed through, success would follow. But somewhere between unpaid internships and 60-hour work weeks, the finish line disappeared. This isn't laziness, it's survival. Because when your worth is measured in productivity, rest feels like rebellion. So let's talk about it. Not with filters, not with fake positivity, just raw truth. Because if burnout is the symptom, maybe it's time we diagnose the system. This video isn't just a reaction, it's a reality check. Because when burnout becomes the baseline, it's time to ask, what are we really working for?
Get good grades, go to college, get a good job, buy a house. Oh wait, you can't afford to buy a house? I guess that means you're failing, so you need to go back and learn more and then get a better job and save your money. But also, why aren't you going out to eat anymore and supporting the economy? That's just a little bit exhausting, huh? Because this system wasn't built for us to win. It was designed for us to keep chasing a goal that is no longer attainable. And so if you are beyond burnt out and wondering why success feels so far off, the problem probably isn't you. It's that the race is rigged. And maybe the real rebellion isn't running faster, but it's deciding not to run anymore, period. To stop competing against each other and giving up on the definition of success that we were all conditioned for and giving in to a new one, like a regulated nervous system and the type of peace that we haven't felt since like 1999. Remember, we're millennials. We weren't made to maintain broken systems. We were made to break them.
We're burnt out millennials. We'll complain about our job every single day.
That's the first one. Give it a pause.
2 hours away.
So this is what we're gonna be talking about when burnout becomes a baseline. Oh, Yeah. Yes, Deanna. And thank you everybody for being here in the chat and engaging with us. I really do find this topic to be quite interesting. And we're gonna go into like more clips of different voices because there are a whole bunch of different perspectives that really come back to all the same thing. So we'll get into it. But Katie and Keisha, do you want to chime in before we dive deep?
Something too about millennials that you have to remember is like we were also on the cusp of like people really starting to get like different diagnoses of like autism, ADHD, mental health and stuff like that. And you know, there were a lot of us that are millennials that didn't get a lot of those diagnoses till we were in our 20s. And so like we've already millennials itself have probably had at least 10 different burnouts in our lifetime already, and we're just pushing 30 now, like a little over 30 now. And like that's insane.
Sometimes what he said about burnout becoming the baseline, sometimes it's hard to realize when you are burned out because it just feels like this is normal. And it takes someone else pointing it out to you and you're like, oh shit, yeah, this is not normal. Like I should maybe dial back on some things and talk to my therapist about it.
Yeah, and something too that I know that like for at least for me as a millennial, it took me so long to like separate self-care from myself and being like selfish to want to have alone time just so I could like relax and kind of get out of all the crazy that was going on. And I mean I still deal with that now, but it's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah. May, you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I agree. Keisha, 410 was the next.
Got it.
Cool. Let's go into it.
Way because he's got a doctor with a kidney transplant list, and as a support person, I've got to be there with them. So, my day today, it's getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, driving 2 hours in the dark, taking my dad to the doctor, hopefully being done by 10, and then driving another 2 hours back home, logging into work for half a day, so I only burn a little bit of PTO. Then closing the store, and then probably collapsing by dinner. This is the reality of being a millennial with aging parents. We're in this weird stage where we're still figuring out our own lives, our careers, and everything else in between. And now we are also the ones stepping up for them. It's not easy. We're in this new chapter where we're not just the kids anymore, we're the support systems, and that shift is heavy. But it's a little bit beautiful in a way. And I wanted to share this because I know some of you out there are going through the same thing. We're not in this alone. You've got this, I've got this, and it's time to hit the road. Wish me luck.
There have got to be other.
I agree with that one. So this is another perspective. Think about, first of all, having this overwhelming kind of just under like resource, being like just dealing with all the shit that we've been going through, and then trying to have your own kids if you can, or buy a house if you can, have a good job that has benefits and stuff if you can, and also having aging parents that you have to take care of. And if you have children, great, but like, okay, so you taking care of children and then older people, and you're fucked as a millennial as it is. I mean, it's crazy. So that's another little perspective that I didn't even think about, because my I don't have like aging parents like that yet, but I know a lot of people do, and are taking care of everybody and can barely even take care of themselves. So what do you guys think?
Well, too, millennials are a lot of the generation that also cut their parents off and don't have contact with their parents because, you know, there's those expectations of like, oh, well, you're my kid, so you have to take care of me. And hold on a sec. And now it's not like that with my parents. I live about an hour and a half away. So I definitely can feel what the guy in the video was talking about, being like, I have to drive 2 hours and then come back. And it's like, you know, my parents know that if they need me, I'll drop and do what I can for them. But pardon the 3-year-old. But like everybody's different too. So you have to take that in.
Yeah, they call it the sandwich generation because you have, and this hits Gen X people too. You have the aging parents and the children that you're raising. I do not have either, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The not having the kids is a good thing, but
Depends on who you ask.
yeah, for me. But I do worry about the parent thing, especially with a parent who I'm not on the best terms with, and I'm like, who's gonna take care of this man when he gets old? I hope he has money set aside for his elder care, because I told one of my sisters, I'm like, he likes you the most, so you can be the one to take care of him.
Yeah, like man, you be lucky. You better be treating us nice, because y'all asking and putting a home. Keep playing. And we ain't paying for it either. You paying for it. You got the money.
That's why.
But my mom's cool, so I wouldn't do that to her. I actually fucks with my mom, so I wouldn't put her in a home. Mama, I ain't gonna put you in a home.
Okay, May. I always think it's weird when people say, "Oh, if you don't have kids, who's gonna take care of you when you're old?" Well, I don't know. Ask all the old people in retirement homes who don't have kids taking care of them, and they have kids. So I will be making sure that I'm taken care of myself. Jazzy said, I haven't had kids yet because honestly, the world has just seemed to be constantly getting more stressful, and I just worry about how to be able to take care of myself mentally and a child. Word.
I have never had more respect for people who know they don't want to have kids than when I was pregnant with this one, because we wanted her, we planned for it and all of that, but even on not so great days, it's so stressful, and what you're going, you for the most part kind of know what you're going to go through, but it's still crazy, just like it is right now. It's still crazy what you have to do, and for women to understand, I don't want to put my body through that. I have nothing but respect for you, because good for you for knowing what you want. But at the same token, I just always kind of knew I was gonna have kids, because I have a lot of them in my family, and I love my younger cousins and my god kids and this one. So
hell yeah. All right, 1717 was the next timestamp. Let's go into that one, because there's a whole bunch of funny perspectives and ways that people think about this type stuff. So let's move into her. So this one, if you guys get a little confused, it's gonna go. This is the very end of what she was saying, and it's gonna go into the next person. So just let it play. I'll tell you when to pause it. Okay, Keisha?
May, who is this guy in the top right corner? Because he's
I don't
kind
know.
of
I just noticed him. I didn't even notice him until I was just looking at a video. I think it's the person that put the clips together. So it's on their channel.
Why does he have a stocking on his face?
It looks like anonymous out there.
I know, it looks weird. Yeah.
I keep thinking it's like a ghost, and I'm like, am I the only person seeing this? Okay,
I thought I was tripping too, because he doesn't say anything or do anything, so I didn't even notice him. I'm over here looking at the content on the damn video. I'm like, wait, hold up, who is that? Oh my god! All right, go for it.
Already, and we're only 30 years old. That's not weird to y'all? I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I should be retiring right now. I'm 30 years old, and I feel like I done been through hell and back. I'm 30 years old, feeling like I'm got there near 50 years old. Our whole lives, we've been taught that we have to work. After we went to school, we have been taught that we have to go to work after. And we've been working for about 15 years if you started like me and started working around 15, 16 years old. We are at the point where we are tired, okay? This dream that they supposedly sold us when we were younger is no longer a dream. There's no longer an American dream anymore. Like, it's not, anybody not thinking about that? So on one hand, I feel like I'm 50 years old. But on the other hand, I also feel like I'm a teenager. I'm learning so much. I feel like at 30 years old, I still need to be freaking living at home with my mom. She needs to be taking care of me. I need to be like going to high school. Like my daughter feels like my little sister sometimes. Like, I feel like we didn't have enough time. We just kind of got thrust into this like lifestyle, this like trying to be older or something like that. This whole boss culture got y'all working like 6 or 7 doggone jobs. Like, come on. Why are we 30 years old working freaking 3 or 4 jobs? Are you serious right now? I feel like this American dream is over. And they freaking left us for dead. Like, whatever they taught us in school no longer applies to how we're supposed to live now. It's just so crazy. I feel like every day in my life is like a twilight zone.
Cause don't nobody want to work no more. No, we can't find good help. That ain't it. First of all, you right. Nobody wants to work anymore, but can you blame them?
You can pause it there.
Go to work, you clock in, you making somebody else.
Yeah, give it a pause real quick. So yeah, that's kind of how I was kind of feeling. Like, there's that burnout right there. And that's how I've been feeling. Why should I be tripping about like the rules and the regulations and doing everything right when you don't get shit back? You know what I mean? Like, the next dummy mission I get sent on by somebody trying to tell me, oh, if you work hard and do this and do that, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not being sent on dummy missions because there is no payback. It's really offensive at this point. I'm not willing to do this with you. I'm not willing to play these games and follow these rules. That's why a whole bunch of us are freaking punk rock anarchists and shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that.
Well, I know for me, I had such a hard time because, like, kind of coming into the real world, because I was in college for 4 years for music, and then I did grad school for 2 years for music. And for anybody who knows anything about music or being a music major, like, you don't sleep. Like, you literally get up at like 7 a.m. You're in the music building practicing, still going to class, and like doing shit until 11 a.m. And this was literally my life for 6 years. I wouldn't trade it. I loved, the people I met, and I met my husband that way and stuff. But so you do that for 6 years, and then you go into the real world and there's nothing. And it's basically like, all right, go ahead. And I'm like,
it's what? Damn near like a backtrack.
Yeah, for the first time in my life, I just sat for a second and I'm like, wait, I have the time to do something? Like, you go from hectic, oh my God, to like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of, for me, the start of like my mental health being like, whoa, take a step back, because you have time to then think too. Mm-hmm. So, and that, I'm sure I'm not alone in that.
I get really worried about retirement, and if I'm actually going to be able to retire at an age where I can enjoy the rest of my life without working. Because when I think of how long I started working when I was 16, and I'm in my 40s now, and the idea that I have to work for like another 20 years or so is just like, oh my God. I just want to like come up with some great business ideas so I can get and sell it and get like this huge chunk of money and like not have to worry about retirement. Because I've had periods where like I've gotten laid off from a job, and what did I do with my 401k? I cashed it out because I needed the money. And then I end up starting over at the next job, and I worry about that. Like, I was talking about, like, I need to be able to take care of myself when I'm an old person.
Right. No, for sure. All mamas.
My husband's been a teacher. My husband's been a teacher for almost 20 years, but he's taught in at least 3 different states. And like you said, Keisha, when you would like leave a job, you would cash out your 401k. He had to do that too because like he had to move. And it wasn't just like a couple doors down move. Like he taught in Pennsylvania, he taught in Nevada, he taught in California. So like even though he has all this experience under his belt, he still has to like start fresh just about every time he goes to a new place. And it's ridiculous. Like he's in his early 40s too, and he's like, I'm gonna be working till I die because it's so hard to save.
We got a funny one at the end when we wrap it up, but we got a few more. I think it was 2035 was the next one. Cool. Perfect. We're right there. I just wanted to say, like, comment, share, subscribe if you're enjoying the conversation. Please let us know by showing us some love and support. And also, hey, if you're a millennial and you got your own story, chime in the chat. We want to hear about it. This is where we can talk shit and tell people what it is. You feel me? All right, Keisha, whenever you're ready.
What I know now, I would not have been a worker bee at such a younger age. I would have figured out some other shit. Not to mention the millennials that just have so much student loan debt that even if you get the best job you can find, you're going to be paying those student loans for the rest of your life. It's a trap. It's all a trap.
Millennials are the most hilarious generation, and it's not by choice. Let me explain. I have receipts. We are tired. Not just like, oh, we need to go take a nap and sleep it off. No, we are exhausted.
You can keep it going. Keep it going.
I mean, like, so deep. We survived the end of the world like 8 times. Tired. We survived Y2K, then 9/11, then the anthrax year, and 2 wars we didn't ask for. Then a recession while a lot of us were graduating. Then another one. Then a pandemic. Mass shootings became normal. Zoom funerals. And then we started on swine flu. The economy crashed twice. The high-ass student loans that we're stuck with for jobs that require 5 years of experience to make any kind of money that would even make paying those make sense. But wait, we not only had to worry about our kids' baby. At one point in time, we had to make sure they were not eating Tide Pods. We have to force our kids to go outside because they're so attached to the screen that they don't want to go. So we have no peace. Oh, and by the way, Mother Nature's been personally attacking us since day 1 too. Our generation has experienced some of the most catastrophic and devastating wildfires, earthquakes, tornadoes, heat waves. We can't even go outside and be safe. We're the last generation to have to experience chickenpox. You guys are some lucky ducks if you never had to sit there itching for days on end and told you couldn't scratch. Every time we think we can take a breather and come up for a little bit of air, boom, another war, boom, another financial crisis, boom. We found out that one of our favorite artists has done the most awful and disgusting things, and we can never forgive them or listen to their music again, even though they made up our entire childhood. So yeah, we joke, we meme, we overshare. We are the most unserious generation, but it's only because if we do not find humor in even the worst things, we will quite literally lose our minds. And that is why we are the most hilarious generation ever. Thank you. I have been feeling.
I want to emphasize Jazzy's comment about the about 9/11 because I'm pretty sure everybody after 9/11 knew at least somebody, whether it's in your family or your friends group, that fought overseas. I had a couple of cousins that fought, and one of them did, I think, 3 or 4 different tours. And like, yeah, everything that woman said was absolutely correct. Like, it's like cool, we're getting through one thing, bam, here's something else.
Think about, and let's just staple some shit to Jazzy's comment. What about the millennials that lost their lives during those wars after 9/11? You know what I mean? Like, I have friends that signed up and were in Iraq and in all these places. So like we were the one that had to bear the brunt of a 20-year long freaking war that was honestly quite confusing to me when I first started to experience or learn about it. Because first of all, I'm in third grade, fourth grade, something like that. Confused about what's going on. The towers are falling. Everybody is, and then it was apparently Afghanistan, and then Saudi Arabia, and then we was in Iraq, and then I was confused as to. I remember being a child being literally confused as to why the fuck we were in Iraq when it was like Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia. I just couldn't wrap my head around that. I don't know anybody else.
No, it was crazy. I still remember like exactly where I was, what I was doing, and thankfully because my mom was a teacher. Yeah, my mom was a teacher. So like she was in the building with me. But one of the things that kind of confused me was like a bunch of kids went home after it. And I was just like, I mean, I know that there was also a crash in, Pennsylvania where I live, but not anywhere near us. But, people were just so confused and scared. And I remember I couldn't understand why, like, the same thing you said, May, where why did we jump right into a war for no reason?
I have the benefit of being a teenager in the 90s where it seemed as a teenager that things were relatively calm. I know that there was stuff going on for adults, but it was nothing like when 9/11 hit, and that just seemed to like rock everyone's world, and just there was a huge shift after that and just how you saw the world. And like knowing there were people my age who died, that really tripped me up, and it still does to this day. Like we have lived through a lot, and I know that people who lived through the 60s saw a lot too. Like it's really never a boring time to be alive, but
right.
I just think that something that's important that we all have to remember is, we've all lived through some shit, but we cannot play the compare game. Like, oh, well, I lived through this, and yeah, I know you lived through that, but this was a lot harder. That's something we have to stop.
Yeah.
We're all living through some shit, and
it's a disservice to literally the whole movement.
Well, and we all handle it differently. Like nobody's gonna handle something the same way, and we also cannot control what other people think.
And we're also handling different shit. Like think about how, like we're on that sweet spot of knowing like what a VHS is, and like, the first computers, the first iPod, the first, when AOL and AIM and all the internet came out. I know what a floppy disk is, and I know, what the shit is. You know what I mean? I know all that.
I still remember like going to school, maybe it was like high school, and I would have my cell phone, I would have my iPod, I would have my Nintendo DS, I would have everything separate. Yeah, like everything separate.
Razor, Motorola,
and now
clickety click iPads and shit. Yeah, we know.
Name it all.
And like, when you would be on the bus and stuff, you would have to like hide your headphones in your hair so you wouldn't get yelled at for having like headphones on the bus and stuff.
We're on YouTube right now. I remember when the first YouTube videos was coming out, and they were unhinged, like salad fingers and shoes and all them weird ass fucking videos.
Muffins.
Yep. So
wait, what are muffins?
Have you never seen the muffins video?
No.
It's weird.
I'll have to send it to you, but it's like he literally just picks up different muffins and is like just says stuff, and then it gets crazy where it's like imaginary muffin, it's a glass muffin. Like it's its own thing.
Early YouTube was a whole different entity of shit. If y'all remember, Salad Fingers is one to check out. Charlie and the Candy Mountain. What was the other one?
There was one that
Llamas with Hats. College Humor.
Yeah, There was these ones that my friends and I would watch because I'm a huge Shakespeare fan, and it was Shakespeare, but then there were some other ones where it was called like the sassy gay friend, and it would be like, Juliet was about to wake up or drink a potion, and he just comes in and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" It's hilarious.
Harry Potter puppet pals, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Carl. See, anyway.
Yeah, okay. All right, what was the next one? Oh, so this one I wanted to introduce a little bit. The next one, I think I put it 2035. Yes, her. So this is an actual boomer kind of chiming in on this. So a different perspective. So I hope you guys find this as interesting as I did.
Generational theory, then why do they sound so burned out, disillusioned, and just done? According to The Fourth Turning, which was written by Bill Strauss and Neil Howe in 1997 and updated in 2023, history repeats itself in cycles about every 80 to 100 years. And the peak of that cycle is a major breakdown, a crisis that forces transformation. The last time this happened was the Great Depression and World War II. The generation that rose to meet this challenge was what we now call the greatest generation. Along this 80-year timeline, millennials are cast in this same archetype, the hero archetype. But to listen to them, you'd certainly think they're not really ready for any kind of hero role. They don't want to rescue anybody. They're just tired and done. And to be fair, they're staring at crumbling institutions, climate change, and a political extremism that leads them to say, we didn't break this, why should we fix it? There's justified generational rage at boomers who won't let go of the reins. And there's deep fatigue over financial precarity, over polarization, the pandemic. Like, who wants to be the hero to rescue that? It feels like it's just going to collapse. And while millennials may feel disillusioned or just done, it doesn't mean the theory is wrong. And it doesn't mean we're doomed. It actually confirms the pattern, because hero generations are forged in failure, in collapse, in crisis. And then because of the crisis, they end up becoming the ones who build the new institutions that no older generation could have imagined. The millennial brand of courage in crisis is going to look different from that of the greatest generation. It's not going to be flag-waving, top-down type of change. Millennials are civic-minded, creative, and emotionally intelligent. Their strengths are organizing, collaborating, innovating. That's the kind of strength that can imagine and create a different kind of society. That's the millennial arc.
As I make my coffee, I'm going to explain some theories as to why I think people get burned out in the workplace.
Yeah, I think that more boomers need to have that kind of attitude. And I'm not saying that people in my life that are boomers have this, but I am so sick of the pick yourself up by your bootstraps culture. Or, well, I had to do this, so you should too.
Ain't got no straps, ain't got no boots.
Like,
I don't know. No, I like that kind of thought process. I think, yeah, we ain't Captain Save a Hoe. That's what I'm saying. Who am I gonna save? You better get to saving yourself. You the one with all the resources. Don't come over here asking me for shit, bro. For real.
Yeah, as she was talking, I was watching the dude in the corner, and like his hand gestures just freaked me out. It's like you can't see him, and he's like,
"Why are you doing that? Like, what are you trying to like do some kind of like voodoo on these people?" I shouldn't say voodoo. That's not.
Don't be there, bro. Like just or say something.
Yeah.
Announce yourself.
Unmask yourself.
They snuck up onto a whole live. I didn't notice until we was on here.
Jazzy, I think we're all tired.
Yes. I will say that's interesting about the Fourth Turning is this time also aligns with the concept of forms of government lasting only 250 years or so, and this country turns 250 next year.
Oh,
maybe.
I'll be right back. You guys. I just gotta talk to my mom real quick.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
You're gonna tell her, put her in a home. But we are seeing the strain on our democracy. So it is interesting just kind of watching this all play out. And I do think it's probably going to be. I think it's going to take all of us to save this country. The boomers the boomers and the silent generation are going to the protest because millennials and Gen X are working and taking care of kids and aging parents, and then Gen Z is going to have to step it up some too.
I think the Gen Z are getting more active, but the problem is they're very split, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like some of them are very outspoken and like this stuff isn't right, but then you've got other people that are like no, women should do this and women shouldn't. Now the new one is women shouldn't vote again, and like all this other crap. And like
this Jazzy brings up a really good point and something that I want to maybe talk about in a later episode. Is how I'm a little worried for the younger generation too, because they're starting to get there's a lot of these young white men and young men in general that are just going back to these misogynistic, disgusting alpha incel.
If you watched our Friday panel, Keisha talked a lot about this.
Yeah.
And there's also a show on Netflix about it. And if you watch it, it's very scary.
It's disturbing. And so I'm a little worried about the Gen Z but think about it. Like I'm not gonna speak on them. That's what I won't do, because if I ain't experienced your shit, then I ain't gonna talk on it too much. But I am a little concerned that I think the technology switch that happened with us, like we're lucky as millennials because we still know what it was like to kind of have the old shit. You know what I mean? And like still, yes, yeah, exactly, pitchforks. But this new kind of generation, they were already kind of set up with the iPads and the technology and stuff. So they're the first generation that didn't have to really experience of any of this stuff. So I'm a little worried because they might be a little bit unreachable in a lot of ways. Like how one woman that we just watched said, like, man, they don't go outside. You can't even get them to go outside no more. When I used to be outside drinking out of water hose, skating up and down the street, riding bikes and going over to my neighbor's house, porch kicking it, getting burritos and whatever.
So who's going outside? Gen Alpha is going outside.
Gen Alpha going outside again? See,
what generation is that?
They start the alphabet over again, right?
Yeah, it's the generation that's younger than Gen Z.
Yeah. The beginning of the alphabet.
Well, I think part of it is like there's that side that you said that people are getting too sucked in, but there is also that side that is starting to be like, oh, all this technology is too much.
We're outside. Yeah, we outside.
But like, yeah, and it's all about, I can't think of the word for it right now, but like making sure that you don't so with my daughter, like we have a tablet for her. Obviously it's not working very well right now. But we know when to use it for like a distraction or if we're in the car. But we don't keep it on all day.
Okay, so Keisha.
Yeah.
Do you have
I do.
The other link, but it's on a different video. And the timestamp is 15:15, I believe.
I got it.
Sweet. All right, so this is the one that cracked me the fuck up and really kind of was my sentiment and how I was feeling. So yeah, this one is kind of my feeling of things and how frustrated. And he wasn't afraid to say it. And we mentioned a few of these. He just ties it up in a nice little bow. So, hey, everybody, thank you for being here. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, everybody in the comments that comes every week and hangs out with us on our Marvelous Mondays, where, you know, we just be trying to kick it and talk a little shit and, you know, just let the load off on some chill shit. You feel me? So yeah. Also, be sure to check us out on Wednesdays and Fridays, 4:30 Pacific. The other times,
7:30 Eastern, 7:30 Eastern.
7:30 Eastern and 6:30, I guess, is one another ones.
Central.
Whatever. Hey, whatever time it is for you, you check in, all right? You be sure to check in, all right?
You know what I'm gonna do, May? I'm gonna get a map. I'm gonna break it up into slices.
I would appreciate that, honestly. I really would. That'd be helpful.
All right, shall I play the video?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just remember, Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time.
Oh, see,
yeah, that's right.
see, we ain't got time to be keeping up with that.
When I have to live out of my car.
They talking about they're gonna start giving us retirement benefits at 86. Listen to me. They can raise this retirement age to 107 fucking team. I don't care if I retire with $1 million in the bank or $12 in the bank. And when I'm tired, when I'm done working, and I'm gonna start scamming. At 50, they're talking about most millennials will be able to retire in their mid-80s. And do fucking what? Mid-80s, bitch, my knees hurt now. You must be talking about the Florida temperature in March, mid-80s, because ain't no fucking way. Y'all keep playing with us millennials, bro. Y'all been fucking us ever since we came into this shit. Y'all done raised the price of food, raised the price of gas, raised the price of retirement, and ain't thought about raising our pay. And we are legit trying so hard to be on a straight and narrow. Work a 9 to 5, climb the ladder, get a 401k, save a little money, be cool with vacation and maybe once a year, scan everything in the checkout line. Pretend like we not jealous of everybody that got away with the PPP loans, trying to invest in Bitcoin and stock and bloody fucking blah. Also, you can let us know that we will be 15 years from 100 years old by the time we can enjoy retirement. Let me tell you something. Y'all got a couple more elections to get this shit together. Or 50% of millennials is about to start a life of crime. I'm telling y'all, I used to steal all sorts of things and I'm good at it. Y'all not about to have us in the workforce at fucking 90 years old. Jail ain't even looking that bad at this point.
The crazy part is some people say it's better off being in jail because it's harder out here.
You can pause it.
Like,
That was fun.
What? All right, keep playing. Keep playing. You're going to come up short at the grocery store. I'm telling you that. Fucking 90 years old talking about, and then we're going through what we're going through right now. Oh, all rules is about to be out the window. They aren't even follow the rules, and now we supposed to start just being on the no. Nah.
I like how he said mid-80s. You must be talking about the weather in Florida.
He said, "Hey, check this out."
I am not waiting for my mid-80s to retire. That's fucking insane. Freaking insane.
And it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Like he said, it is not going to happen. You could try that shit if you want to. See how that shit work out for you. You gonna have the whole workforce. Just you ain't gonna have no workforce fucking with millennials like that. We gonna
Just
retire all at the same time.
But the 70-year-olds robbing banks as a gang.
And we gonna look hella young. We gonna be 75 looking like we like 45, you know, out here robbing people. Just scamming and robbing, looking great while we do it.
I feel like that could be a Netflix show.
Isn't it weird how we all look like hella young though too? I got ID'd for a Swisher the other day. They didn't even think I was 18 years old. It's only when my hair is short. Yeah, and when my hair is short, then it takes like 15 years off of me. It's crazy. It's kind of annoying.
I mean, it makes you feel any better. I was still getting carded for like rated R movies when I was in grad school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, 24. And it's, yeah.
Kristi says, start scamming. Nah, we been scamming. It's gonna get worse. No, I really like that one though, because it really, like, it's funny, but it's also like true. And I don't mean like, oh, we just don't start scamming and being gangster, even though I can't promise that won't happen. But it's really the reality of what is going on in our society, and this is only going to get passed down into other generations and other just like norms. And honestly, at this point in this country specifically, I'm a little worried about, because our generation pretty much started off at the bottom, you could say, in its way. I'm not lumping everybody in by any means, but I mean, like, just kind of started off in this kind of category on top of like fascism and shit, like, and what's happening right now and the destruction that's happening with our society. I think we might be in a lot of trouble, and I'm not sure how easily we will be able to pull ourselves out of this, if we even do. What do you guys think?
I think it's hard for us to realize now what the future just kind of looks like, because we're so deep in it. And a lot of us have we've never been in this deep of shit before, probably, just with, the country. And then you look at like the economy and just the prices of everything. It's like hard to find where or if there will be a silver lining. And so I think that, that's understandable to feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel there was in the screenshot, it said, I will never be able to buy a house. That's the thing that I think about a lot, because I choose to live in New York. All the cities that I love tend to be the most expensive cities. I lived in LA, lived in San Francisco. I can't afford a home in any of these places because it is so absurdly expensive. And just the down payment alone is like out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents were able to buy a house in Houston when they were in their early 30s with 2 incomes. And I don't even think if I had a second income, if I got booed up, that I would be able to have somebody, like, be able to afford a home, unless that person is like really wealthy or got some family money or something.
And you might be in a little bit of a little hobble, one little studio closet area. I mean, shit, like my little boy man guy toy thing, he's a year older than me, makes pretty good money actually, but like fucking, I mean, is paying money up the fucking asshole for a broom closet, pretty much. Kitchen.
This is not the place to discuss this, but it seems like there's an update that we missed.
Yes, you did. You did. It's very recent, and it's all good. Yeah.
I would like to talk about this after. But but yeah, it's like renting is expensive, and if you're spending a lot of money on rent, which, hello, that's making it hard to pay, like, save for anything, let alone a down payment on a house.
Well, another thing too is, like, you pay all this money for rent, and then when you even try to look for a house, you have to make sure that your credit score is good. And you could probably, if you miraculously have a good credit score, you might pay a little less a month than what you're doing in your rent. But like, why do you need all of these different things just to get a house? Especially when you prove that, like, you can pay a payment every month, but all this other crap has to go into it.
Yeah. So I think just kind of wrapping up this topic before we go into our kind of after show little fun segment. I think that, first of all, millennials, our generation, is gonna be around whether the fuck you like it or not. And I think that there has been, I will just call it out what it is. I think there's been a disservice to our generation. And we're going to have to be Captain Save a Ho, whether we like it or not, for a lot of the craziness that's been going on. And like who's going to fix this shit? Like, who's going to fix this shit if it's all said and done? I'm honestly losing hope day by day that this is going to get way too bad for us to be able to fix if we don't actively like do something now. We need to expedite this process of the fight back. It needs to be a little bit more extreme. And I don't mean extreme by violence. I mean maybe an extreme by like a whole like national boycott of literally everything. Don't go to fucking work. Don't go to school. Don't sit your ass down for a week. Stock up on some food and shit, and just go ahead and take care of your community and take care of each other. Clean up your fucking communities or something. But do not put any more money into these people at all. And that's the only way we're going to get through this. But we are not connected enough. We are not on the same team enough to be able to do anything about this the way that needs to be done, like immediately, like yesterday, maybe even a few months ago. And that's where I don't have hope. I'm gonna call it a bean. I don't have hope in even just like doing this type of work. This is not enough. Me sitting here talking about what we're gonna do and not doing shit is not gonna help us. So I that's how I feel about it, Keisha. What you think?
I do have hope. I don't know if I'm living in a state of delusion, but I'm generally an optimistic person and an idealistic person, and I do think that we will be okay. Obviously, not everybody, because there are always casualties, unfortunately. But yeah, I do worry about realities like owning a home, retirement, those basic things that we need. And I think that kind of all ties into having to rebuild a better society, because this is not sustainable. Otherwise, like that guy said, we're going to start robbing places. And
Right.
we can't just, have a lawless society where everyone's out trying to steal from people.
That's what we have in the White House of the fucking United States right now, though. And that's where I'm like, okay, like as much as everybody's like, well, vote them out, and isn't that illegal? The next time I hear a bitch say in a chat somewhere, isn't that illegal though? Yes, it is illegal. They don't give a fuck.
When people say that, I'm like, are you new
Yes.
here?
It's highly illegal, okay?
Wake up in 2025?
They don't give a fuck about no laws, no rules, no nothing. And we're still over here operating like that's something that is still matters at this point. And if we are going to continue like working by rules that have been long fucking dead, we're fucked. And that's where I don't have no hope. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it a bean. We're fucked.
I know.
If we keep doing this. But if we actually like get together and do something tangible that we can fight back against, and organize better and think outside the box. Fuck all this, oh, I can't curse on the thing and I'm gonna button up and da-da-da. Fuck that shit. That shit is done. It's been done. Okay.
And we will. The thing is, change is not going to happen overnight. What we're seeing now is the cracks in our system are being exposed. People have to see where the cracks are in order to recognize that there is a problem that needs to be fixed. And then there has to be a swell of people getting angry and wanting to change. And it's going to happen. It's just not happening maybe as fast as we may like. But I can see that it's
happening as fast as it needs to happen. That's my concern. I think we are falling behind drastically on this. Look at what's happening in DC literally this morning. Like, they're moving way faster than we have been even able to keep up with. And as much as I think we're on the right track, And but
That's hope.
Think
that is hope.
Yeah, that is hope. But I think we're really far behind. And if we want to keep it nonviolent, then we need to start nutting up like quick. Okay, like pussy up or whatever, vagina up, whatever, ovaries up. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it.
Well, I
But
will
like,
say,
we need to start doing some real shit and real shit quick. Stop paying for all of this shit. Just don't do anything for a whole week and see where that gets us. And if we can do better, then do it another week. Prepare, help each other out so that we can do something about this, because this over every few months protest shit is not going to work. We're going to prolong it to the point where we will not have a midterm election that has already been under assault. Talking about, oh, vote them out. You're not going to be able to vote them out, boo boo. The Democrats have already been in hiding in Texas. Okay. Like, please fight the war that is in front of you. Don't fight some future shit. Hello, wake up and see what's happening now actively and respond to it appropriately and stop being surprised by these people. Otherwise, we are not getting out of this, and I'm just going to keep it a motherfucking 100.
We hear you. Katie?
Well, I think that the fact of the way that people are calling to like action quicker is something hopeful too, because look, he had that press conference this morning, and then by like 1 o'clock, people were already out in DC and like going out in the streets. And I just saw that people came from at least 4 or 5 surrounding states to support DC. And so I really do think that, you know, people are starting to really wake up. I mean, did y'all see that video of, what was it, the representative in Nebraska when he had that town hall and those the questions and stuff like that? Was Nebraska. That was red ass Nebraska. So
yeah, I'm not saying there isn't any hope, but you got to use that hope and use it as a flame to ignite action. You can't just have hope and not do shit about it.
It's happening. You gotta think, there's 350 million people in this country. Like, we're not France where it's a fraction of our population. Like, it takes a lot to get 360 million people to do something. We couldn't even get 70 million people to vote last time. So people got to get a fire under their ass, and it's gonna happen. Should we show the
yes, just one more thought though. That I think that's where our downfall is, as just kind of a wrap up here. Don't ever a few Luigi. Oh, that's sexy, man. Anyway, I do believe that the hope can be kindled. It needs to be utilized correctly, but also, we got a lot of land to cover. Okay, California alone, where I'm from. I'm a Cali girl, straight up out the Bay, straight up out of Oakland. Like I haven't even been to like more than 50% of this damn state that I live in. So connecting with people in Nebraska and Idaho and bumfuck whoever is pretty much damn near impossible. And that's where I think, if we're just keeping it simple, that's where the problem is. Like, we are over here trying to relate and reach people that are not our people and won't ever be our people. These people are too far gone. And
or they'll realize when it's too late and then still try to like be like, oh, I should have been on your side a long time ago.
Yeah. And that's why we the people unite is so important, right? Because like, hey, you in Penny, you in NYC, I'm in Oakland. Like, it's hard to get people that have never met in real life to come together like this. And we need more of this shit so that we start to understand, because we are not going to be able to unite and fight this back if we don't start reaching out to other people that we don't agree with or know anything about and things like that, because we're all here under the same umbrella, but we don't even know each other. So we're just running a fool's errand at this point. So that's what I think about that. Any last thoughts before we move on to the next sharing segment? So I just want everybody, even in the chat, to share what positivity they got out of this summer. I just started back at work with the kids are back and everything. So summer is officially over in the school districts, I guess you could say. But kids are back at school. What positive things do you want to share in the chat with us? And Katie and Keisha, if you got something fun to share.
Yeah, so today we officially found out Emma's going to start preschool in September. The school loved her, and we're really excited about that. Another thing for me that's just super exciting is I'm directing my favorite musical of all time, which is Rent, in a theater group nearby. And this whole summer, I've just been finalizing a lot of plans with that, and like I'm so excited for that. So
that's awesome. I love Rent.
Me too.
Should I start singing 525,600
minutes? 525,000 to the year.
That's gonna be great, Katie. That's really cool.
And what you got to share, Keish?
So I have a picture to share of my dog. So this is Ollie. We went to with some friends, rented a house in Long Island for like 5 days in June, and he loves being out in like a house with a yard. So he was just so happy. And
oh, that's a handsome dog. He knew all he needed was some sunglasses and a grill.
And we went to the beach.
Oh my gosh, I love that. It's so cute.
Oh, the water sounds amazing. What beach is that? Where is that beach at?
It was in Long Island.
Oh, see, I see. I've never been out there to the New York, but I know you guys have water and shit. But
we do have water and shit.
Oh, like know where they are, or like I don't understand the kind of the geography of where your water is.
So we're on the Atlantic Ocean side. And that was like a bay of the Atlantic Ocean.
So it's like the Bay Area, but over there in New York.
Yep, opposite.
Yeah, just on the other side. Just a little bit more chill out here. It smell a little bit more like jazz cabbage, you know.
And then I have just on the dog topic. This is Ollie at daycare with his girlfriend, one of his little girlfriends.
Oh yeah, that's the boo thing.
Yeah.
Her name Amelia. Okay, Amelia, you over here.
So when he goes to daycare, they take pictures and videos and they'll put it on Instagram.
They buddies, they best friends.
I wanted to add too, over the summer, we went to the beach, and it was Emma's first real experience at the beach, because the last time she was there, I don't think she was even 1 yet. And so this year, the three of us, my husband, Emma, and I, must have sat at like the edge of the water just for like an hour and a half, waves crashing over her, living her best life. I've got pictures of her like on rides on the boardwalk where she's just like the happiest little clam you'd ever want to see. And she loved it. Yay. So,
Yay.
Yeah.
And May.
Yeah, okay. So I wanted to share which one you got lined up first. Just put whatever and I'll just chime in.
Where is this?
Let's just watch it and I'll tell you. So that was this week in Oakland, at the Laurel Street Fair. It happens every year, where they just block off a few blocks. Vendors come out, food, performances, art everywhere, and everything. Weather was amazing, and then like all the shops along that street, you can go and dive in and hang out with your homies. So that's like Oakland 101. And everybody talks a lot, and this is why I wanted to share it with you. It was fun, Jazzy. I'll tell you about how I got this little boo boo right here on my elbow. Don't get on free skate things without getting boo boos if you don't expect it. Anyway, but yeah. So everybody talking about like even. Oh yeah, this is fun.
I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that those are actual legit drummers.
Oh, for sure. It was hot as fuck out too.
Wait, what's the non-legit drummer?
Well, I mean, like, also, I think they've been hit by a smooth criminal, but well,
no, it's easy as hell.
Well, so
I see what you did there.
There's a lot of like when you hear like drum lines and stuff, and I only know this because I'm married to a drummer, but like drum lines can sound dirty as hell, where it literally just sounds like shoes in a dryer.
Oh.
They did not really sound like shoes in a dryer, and they were also playing on what looked like trash cans, so that adds another aspect of difficulty to sound together.
Mm-hmm. And it was hot. Like I was sweating bullets. Yeah, so basically that was the Laurel Street Fair, and Oakland gets this huge, so a deplorable place. It's full of shit. Honestly, it happens to be one of the most cultural, diverse, and gangster places in all the land. It's a home of the Black Panther Party, a home that our next door neighbors out in Berkeley with UC Berkeley, some of the biggest activists out here in all of this country. So don't get it twisted, don't get it bent. Like this Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area energy is unmatched, and we happen to be leaders of a lot of the activism that goes on in this country for years. Yeah, the food, don't even get me started. Like y'all don't even know. And just the diversity and the culture and the realness that permeates itself out of here. So I did start back work after the 2 months that I was unemployed. I made it. And yes, Oakland has its problems, but I almost got emotional watching that performance over there on Saturday because of just how connected that I felt and how just at home I felt, and just the vibes of the day was so beautiful in juxtaposition of what we have going on right now. And so I think it's important for, first of all, if y'all gonna be watching me on and Katie, and I want y'all to get to know us and feel like y'all are our homies and y'all are our fans. So yeah, this is at the Oakland Ballers game a few days ago. That's Scrappy, the mascot. That's the homie over there. And then we had the hot dog dude. The Oakland Ballers are the replacement of the Oakland A's who got stolen from us. Yeah. So we just thanks. So we just made our own baseball team at Raymundi Park. And so it's another way that we can watch them. So, and this is our new neighborhood library that are sprinkled all around town. Stephen Curry and Aisha Curry, they like put like $50,000 into libraries and neighborhood libraries like this So you can go and either put books in or borrow one or, you know, take one, leave one, whatever. And so I just wanted to show y'all a little bit about Oakland that is actually that's a random pumpkin that grew in my neighbor's yard. He was like, man, that shit just kind of popped out of nowhere. I didn't even grow no pumpkins. I live in Fruitvale District. Yeah, I live in Fruitvale District. So, and they call it that because we have pretty much every house has like a lemon tree, a lime tree, a fig tree, or some sort of fruit grows here because just of the climate that we have here. So very Mediterranean. So we actually grow things very easily out here. So I just wanted to let y'all know, if y'all about to be following me and our friends, y'all need to know what we about and the type of people that you fucking with. So I wanted to share some positivity, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
I have one more thing to share.
Yeah, of course.
So my youngest sister, who is a firm millennial, she's smack dab in the millennial age range. She wrote a book called Where Did Grandma Go? And it is a great book to help children understand when someone passes away and to help them deal with grieving. The illustrations are fantastic. So if you need something like this, I highly recommend it. It will make you cry. It is really good.
No, that looks amazing.
You can get it at itascabooks.com. It's ITASCA. You can also
get it
in
the description.
You can also get it at Jeff Bezos' website, but I would recommend the other.
Yeah, definitely go straight to the website. Put it in the description down below. Yeah.
And then I have some fireworks to share. I went to a friend's for 4th of July. This is fireworks over Brooklyn.
Good. Those are great.
Manhattan. Yeah.
No, those are some nice ones. So one thing I wish I should have showed some fireworks. Oh, those are hot top. Are those from various stadiums?
This is from downtown Manhattan. And
how are they doing that per se?
Girl, I don't know.
Because they look pretty organized. Like they have.
It's the same show.
Okay, yeah. That's why I was saying. So the difference between a New York fireworks show and an Oakland fireworks show is that all the fireworks out here are illegal. So they start, like the real show starts at about, 3:00 in the afternoon. Well, it starts like way earlier, but like weeks earlier. But the real kind of show is home fireworks. And then we also have the Coliseum, and then we also have like the stadium out in the city. But what I do, I just go up on my roof in the backyard and just sit on there, and then people just be popping off. And Oakland gets so crazy that you just have to just join them. There's no fighting it. You're not sleeping tonight. Keep your pets inside. Know that you will not get any rest, and it's about to go crazy. And honestly, I love it. It's my favorite holiday because I just love the chaos and the mayhem. It's just feeds my soul.
Oh, and Annabelle's.
Annabelle agrees.
Yep, she says so. She agrees. Alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I really think that we had a great episode this time. It was chill. I was just trying to keep it comfortable for our summer ending Monday. Talk about some shit. Maybe get a few insights into different lifestyles. Yeah, she said meow. Yeah. Y'all can talk to, you can hold a whole ass conversation with this bitch. Really, like you did not. She see, look what she just did. She just pawed me. Yeah, anyhow.
I hear you talking about me, B.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking shit.
Cats no.
Yes, but thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure to eat good, take care of your family tonight.
Take some time for self-care.
Yeah, do that self-care sheet and keep it gangster all day, every day. Jazzy, thank you so much for being here every time. We love you. Pitchforks, of course. Everybody else in the chat August, I see you out there. I didn't mention you earlier, but I see you. Marley, I seen you out there.
Deanna's
in the house. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are a community. Let's make sure to take care of each other. Any last thoughts, Katie, Keisha, before we log off?
Take some time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Keisha.
You're probably going to say something similar. I was just going to say, if you are burned out, meditation does help. So does listening to music. And what Katie said about self-care, just make sure that you're doing something to calm your mind. It's okay to say no to things if you're overextended.
And it's okay to curse a bitch out and tell them about themselves too. As long as you're not harming anybody.
Just to kind of go off of that too. Take some time, like an hour and a half, to do something that you just like to do, whether it's video games or like snuggling with your partner or watching an episode or two of a TV show. Find time for you and the people you love, especially during all of this.
100%.
Want that wow. All right. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody. Hey, if you have any ideas or anything you want to send, there's contact information down below in the description to if you have stories or anything you notice or want us to talk about, please let us know. Also, Wednesdays and Fridays, we got the We the People, the whole panel with all the homies. And please sure to check in there as well. And keep it gangster.
Millennial Gaze out. Bye, y'all.